Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Financial Prepper and I'm Stacey, and it's April the 17th, 2025, and we're coming to you late tonight. It's about 10 p.m. Central Time, but I wanted to give you an update what's going on with spot prices, some specials that we have coming out, including one really interesting piece of silver that's not on the price list, and just give you guys an idea of what's happening in the market. And also I want to hit on a story that I came across that about coming drug shortages, and then just a little interesting tidbit about some history. Granddaddy, I cannot get him back on the channel right now, but he's been telling me different things that when he was growing up, what prices were. In the 40s, let's see, he was just telling me, in the 1940s, he said it was $40 for an ounce of gold. So let's just put that in perspective right now. Let's go to our spot prices. We are looking at $3,334.30 for an ounce of gold. And then he said back in the 1950s, it hit 30 ounces. Oh, by the way, it was illegal to buy it too. I said, well, how did you buy it? He said, well, kind of through the back door is what he called it. He didn't really specifically say. But anyway, 1930s, $1 a barrel for oil. And then he was telling me that when he first started working after he met grandmother, that he worked for $1.30 an hour. I asked him, I said, what did you do for like milk and eggs? He said, well, we had a community. And he said, so we basically swapped, for different things that we had that they didn't have. And so we would get milk and eggs. And anyway, so it was interesting conversations I've had with him lately, and I'll give you a little bit more tidbits. But let's keep going with the spot metals. So we're $32.61 for my silver right now. And as I always do it, let's do some pricing for gold and silver. My platinum is $981.10. And you guys might not know it, but I also sell palladium, which not a lot of people buy, but it is $986.70. That's my spot. But let's run some numbers real quick so that kind of gives you an idea for silver, specifically in gold. Let me grab my calculator here. So we're $32.61 plus $2.45. That's the cheapest bang for the buck I have, and that's the Buffaloes. I still don't have any Morgans, but that's the best bang for the buck. So you're looking at $35.06 for 1 ounce of gold when you're doing the Buffaloes. Now we can go up from there a little bit, and I'll tell you we have a special right now for some Canadian maples, which are a sovereign from a government mint, and they're $3.49 over. So you're looking at $32.61 plus $3.49. So for a maple, you're looking at $36.10. And then, of course, you have your silver eagles, which they're at $5.85. They've actually jumped just a little bit. So let's see, we're at $32.61 plus $5.85. So you're looking at $38.46 for 1 silver ounce eagle. So that kind of gives you a little bit of help when you're looking at price comparison. You're welcome to shop around, but you kind of know what we have. I also will be happy to email you my premium price list, which I'm getting ready to email out again. My phone number is 318-564-5823. You can text me your email address and I will send it to you. I don't sell your email, so it's just a simple email with the premium price list. Your gold right now, let's see, get back to the calculator. We're at $3,334.30. So I used to have like $60 was my cheapest. Well, it's gone up a little bit. We're at $80 over now for the cheapest I have. So you're looking at 80 plus 80. So you're looking at $3,414.30. So for an ounce, it's about the cheapest I have if that's a bar. And then you can go up to the coins, which used to be about 85, but now we've hit about 90. So premiums are definitely creeping up for the gold and silver prices. So just heads up on that. We're hovering around the $32 mark for silver, still hovering around the $3,000, a little over for gold, but my premiums on my price list that just came out has gone up just a little bit. All right, now I want to talk to you guys about one little special piece of silver. See if you guys can see it. It's called a silver bullet. And it is a 1-ounce silver bullet, fully 45 caliber. And anyway, I think that's kind of cool. And on the bottom it says, you know, 0.999 or whatever, 1 ounce. And that's going for about $8.50 over. It is a little pricier than my Buffaloes, even my Silver Eagles. But it's kind of just a unique piece of silver to own. So if you're interested, give me a call, and I'll give you some quotes on that. That's just something that I came across the other day, and I thought it was got. Truthfully, I actually ordered a few. I couldn't resist. I'll probably give them away as some gifts. And then also we have Jerome Powell also that came out and made the speech yesterday. And then Trump, of course, is saying, hey, he doesn't like what Jerome Powell's saying. You know, we've got that whole tit for tat. We'll see what happens with that. Then we've got the tariffs wars with China, which obviously is going to probably impact the pricing of different goods. And they're saying even drug shortages. And I want to read this to you because I think this is important. It said, President Trump's justified trade war with China, which I'm not disagreeing with it, and with other countries, but it also is going to take a toll on us. In the beginning, they're saying, however, victory will not come overnight. There will be casualties and a cost associated with this effort. For many Americans, a casualty and a cost of this trade war will come in the form of rising costs and shortages of prescription drugs. I think that's going to be true. I also think that's going to be true with various vitamins, different things. And I jokingly said the other day, but underwear that comes from China, jeans that come from China, shoes, different things like that. I do think there will probably be some cost that we will have to work on that kind of stuff. And it will be something that we'll just have to hopefully stock up in advance and just ride it out until hopefully on the other end it will work out in our benefit. That's what I hope. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. All right, before I go though, I want to tell you a few more interesting things about Granddaddy. His first job when he was working was a grocery store, and he actually rode his bike there to work at the grocery store. Then he went to work at a gas station, and that's, he said, when you pumped it by hand. He said it was 9 cents a gallon, and then he remembered it's going to 13 cents a gallon. He said, but hardly any cars came and filled up with gas. He said typically everybody lived right around where they worked unless you were out in the country, and then you rode bikes. He said people live close to their jobs. But I don't know. I found it interesting. I'll have to tell you about grandmother in the next video because she actually put herself through school and left home with $33 and went to college. That was back in the 1940s. So pretty amazing. But anyway, I find history fascinating, and I always like to watch to see what's happening coming down the pipe. But anyway, you guys have a great day, an awesome, awesome day, as Chris would say. And you guys let me know if you would like the premium price list, and I'll see you in the next video. Talk to you later. Bye.